Summer is approaching and it's time for some summertime treats, some summertime popsicles, including cocktail popsicles. Now, do you really need another countertop machine for making frozen treats at home? I don't know. That's kind of a personal question, but today I'm going to show you how this works. This is the Cool Will Popsicle Maker, and I'll show you how I made these 4 different popsicles: a kid-friendly orange cream popsicle, a root beer and absinthe-infused frozen treat, a blue Hawaiian that's pineapple, coconut, and rum, and of course, a Mai Tai Popsicle, because I couldn't make popsicles and not make a Mai Tai one. Now, the Cool Will Popsicle Maker is not just a mold you throw in your freezer. It's a compressor-driven system that actively freezes your mix, which means you can control the texture. It has preset modes for things like juice, cream base, and even those alcohol-infused popsicles, and you can extend the freeze time to push colder temps when you're dealing with sugar and booze. It'll run the full cycle, then slightly warm the molds to decouple or release the popsicles cleanly, and even hold them cold after so they don't melt right away. This video is sponsored by Cool Will, and more on how to get one of these at the end of the video. These are currently $249, and more on that in a bit. But a little disclosure here, I get contacted all the time about random new kitchen gadgets. It's why I have 10 SLUSHi machines. And for the most part, I'm just not that interested in many more of these things, whether it's a SLUSHi machine or a new nugget ice maker with a dispenser. It's all just more stuff. And so is this. It's just another thing, something that takes up counter space, and you probably aren't sure if you would even use it or how often you would. But as I get older, I'm often more aware of my inner child, and I often consider what I would think about one of these if I was a kid and it was summertime or anytime, and I would love one of these. Now, there's a part of me that likes this new tech as well, and can see a future where we get better and better machines like this and have more and more options. So do you need one of these? I mean, I don't know, but I will show you the best that I can how this works, and we will make some popsicles with it. Let's start with one of my favorites, an orange cream or 50/50 bar, which I can't do the real cream filling, so it'll be all mixed together. Essentially, it's an Orange Julius popsicle. All the recipes for these will be in the description. For this one, I use fresh orange juice, half and half, heavy cream, simple syrup, and vanilla extract. Oh, and yes, I am adding in some orange food coloring, and if you think that's unhealthy, wait until you see what I'm going to put in these later. Now, before we make these, a little bit more about what you get with this machine and how you make them. They come with these silicone molds, which hold the shape of the popsicle and make it easier to remove the popsicle later once it's frozen. You also get a whole bunch of popsicle sticks, which you will need. I've just been placing the molds in the machine, loading them up, and then placing down this silicone strip that holds the popsicle sticks in place. Then I put the cover on. Select the mode for the popsicle you're trying to make. For this one, I've been doing ice cream or just regular popsicle, and both seem to work fine. So let's try one of these Orange Julius 50/50 orange cream popsicles. Cheers. Orange and cream and vanilla. It is one of my favorite flavor combinations. It tastes like an Orange Julius, tastes like a 50/50 bar. And what's nice about all these is you can modify the recipe to what you like. So you want a little bit more vanilla, you want it to be more creamy, less icy, you can do that. You can also do it in the mold. So maybe add a little bit more vanilla extract to one of them and less to another one, or more cream to one, more half and half to one. There's just so many options. You can do that with molds if you have popsicle molds in your freezer. This just makes the time where you're creating recipes and iterating things just a little bit easier, because it's only about 30 minutes from start to finish before you have yourself a popsicle. So orange cream popsicles, one of my favorite popsicles ever. And this one is also delicious. Now, when it comes to the popsicles I loved as a kid, I guess I didn't love popsicles as much as the cream-based ones. And next to the 50/50 bar, the one I loved the most were the root beer bars. And I'm a big fan of root beer, and I don't think that they sell them anymore, but they used to sell those root beer cream bars, or at least they were more widely available, just like the orange cream bars, which have that cream filling with the icy root beer on the outside. Now, this is my more adult take on that because I'm adding in a little bit of absinthe, which you can also omit from the recipe. For the root beer float popsicles, I'm going to start with a high quality root beer, some half and half, some heavy cream, simple syrup, and a little bit of absinthe. And a little bit goes a long way here. Now the machine also comes with this stainless steel tray for you to put the molds in and fill it outside of the machine, which makes a lot of sense. That way you don't spill into the machine, which can sometimes be hard to clean. But they don't work great, at least in my experience, because the mold becomes whiter when you fill it, and then when you try to put it in the machine, it wants to kind of press it out of the top. So I'm choosing not to do that for most of these, and in my testing, I just try to be careful and fill it in the machine and try not to spill any. And I forgot to do this again. I've made this twice now. I forgot to put in root beer bitters. I have some root beer bitters that just to amp up the root beer flavor, because you lose some of the flavor with the simple syrup, with the cream, with the half and half. But I've made this before. I already know it's great, but let's try it. Cheers. A little bit icier than the orange cream ones, but I love it. I love using absinthe in here. It helps amplify the root beer flavor. Gives you that dusty old road, gold country, western town feel with the sarsaparillas and the root beers. That is a flavor and an aroma that I love. Even though to this day, I still don't like actual black licorice, but that flavor in a drink, in a cocktail, in a frozen treat, I find to be delicious. I love this. You could play with this more to make it creamier, and then add in root beer bitters, add in more absinthe to replace the flavor you might lose from the root beer. Or you could skip the root beer and just do absinthe with some root beer bitters. That would probably be delicious as well. But I don't know if it's better than the orange cream bar, but it's different and also delicious. Let us now move on to the cocktail part of today's video and start with something that's blue and tropical. We're gonna make a blue Hawaiian popsicle. I'm gonna start with some pineapple juice, a cream of coconut, simple syrup, blue curacao, and a light rum. All right, a blue Hawaiian. Let's try this popsicle. Cheers. This might be the perfect cocktail to put into popsicle format because you get those tropical flavors, the cream of coconut. You get the pineapple juice. The rum is faint because we can't use too much rum here. If too much rum, it's not going to freeze. But then the orange flavor too from the blue curacao. Obviously the color, getting that neon look. It is delicious, and it might be one of the best blue Hawaiians I have ever had. Last cocktail popsicle today is of course a Mai Tai. And to make this, I started with some fresh lime juice, some orgeat, some simple syrup, some orange curacao, some Jamaican rum, and some Demerara rum. So I'm very excited to try a Mai Tai popsicle. I will say that this has kind of been a learning experience for me in how to get things to work in this machine. It's not the same as a slushie machine. It's not the same as your freezer because there are variable temperatures and times. And it's not so simple as ABV. There's other things that go into frozen treats, whether it's something like fat, or if you're talking about solids and milk, or you're talking about acidity like lime juice. Those things all play a role in changing the freezing temperature, so it can be a little tricky. The cocktails today that I've shared so far have been about 5% ABV, which is not very strong. I don't know if you even really need higher ABV popsicles. I mean, why? It's a novelty thing after all. But I'm excited to try this. I've tested the Mai Tai a little bit, but not this exact recipe. So, cheers. This one is so good because I made it almost like a limeade. There's a ton of lime juice in here relative to everything else. But you get lime, you get the orange from the orange curacao, and you still get the flavors of the rum. Doesn't come across like a super boozy Mai Tai. I mean, that's not what we have here, but you get all the flavors of a Mai Tai in a popsicle. This might be peak Mai Tai right here. I'm only kind of being sarcastic. I think it is actually delicious and just a great flavor. It's a great Mai Tai flavor. So is this machine for you? I don't know. I really just thought the best way for someone to decide was for me to just use the machine to make some different popsicles. The thing I like about it is that it makes popsicles quickly in 30 minutes, as opposed to a mold or inside of a freezer. Now, outside of the obvious negative of we all have too many things in our lives and do we need another? My main complaint is that I don't know how cold this really gets, and it's hard to dial in the ABV of a popsicle. These were all around 5 or 6% alcohol, but that was kind of pushing it. And I also noticed that the tops looked like they needed longer to freeze, which made sense since they didn't have contact with the rest of the freezing elements. So if you're looking for super boozy popsicles, then this is not going to work, but I don't know if anything really is at that point or why you need that. Now, this machine is also not currently available to buy and ship to you. It's on Kickstarter, and I personally don't mess around with Kickstarter very often. And there are obvious risks with that. And in my opinion, the Kickstarter is really for someone who sees this, loves the idea, has to have it, and wants to lock in that price. But you should do your own research on Kickstarter, the company, the machine, and all that before jumping into it. So that is it for this one, a popsicle maker that will allow you to make a Mai Tai popsicle at home and so much more. Oh, wait, I forgot. There's also one more thing. Of course, I had to try a Miller High Life popsicle. Nothing else was added. It is just Miller High Life. And let's see. Cheers. That is not good. It tastes like a worse version of Miller High Life, which is possible. Actually, don't hate High Life. It's just not good. But as you can see here, you can put anything in here, but once you start freezing things, you do need more sugar to counter some of the texture and the flavor here. So just putting in a beer, not great. So not my favorite thing so far, but I just have some High Life lying around. I thought I should try it. So that is it for this one. The Cool Will Popsicle Maker. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like below. Consider subscribing to the channel. And if you want to support this channel more, go check out my Patreon page. Otherwise, I'll see you on the next one.